Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda, for those of you who don't already know. And today I'll be doing this makeup look for you guys using products from only Black-owned businesses in support of the Black Lives Matter movement. Now, I myself am a person of color. I'm mixed. I'm half black, half white. So this whole situation does kind of hit home for me, and it's pretty personal. Because I myself have experienced racism in the past and still sometimes experience it. So we're gonna chit chat about that a little bit as we get into the video. Okay, so first I'm gonna prime my face, and I'm starting off with the Fenty Soft Silk Pro Filter Primer. This is their more hydrating primer. Put that all over my face. Alright, and then I'm going to move on to my brows, and I'm taking this Uoma Beauty Baby Hair Brow Pencil. Okay, so now I'm going to sculpt out my brows with this Beauty Bakery Insta Bake Concealer. So yeah, so I'm of mixed race. My mother is black and my father is Polish, Hungarian, and Slavic. I grew up in a predominantly Polish town. There was really not a lot of like people of color where I grew up, at least not when I was younger. Like, I see it getting more mixed now and diverse, but like, I mean, we had like Latinos and some like Indians, but there was like no black people. I mean, in first grade I had like this one friend who was also mixed. Her mom was black, her father was white just like me, but like other than that there weren't too many other like black or like people mixed with black and white like me. Okay, so now moving on to eyeshadow, I'm taking my Juvia's Place, the Nubian, and I'm gonna first go in with this color right here into my crease. But yeah, I would definitely say I did struggle from a young age with like identity issues, because like I was around so many white people, and most of my friends, they were white, and I wanted to like look more like them to like fit in. Like this is when I was like really young though, like kindergarten, first grade type young. And like, I mean, I knew I was different, but I didn't really understand why, I guess, till like I got older and like I started learning more about like I started to become more aware and learn about like my black history, and that made me feel like more proud to be like half black. Like I was proud to be like who I was, kinda, but like I still struggled with like being different, and that's only because other people around me made me feel that way. Alright, now I'm going in with this color right down here to deepen out my crease. But yeah, like when I was younger, like most of my girlfriends, they had like, you know, like the long straight hair. So I wanted long straight hair just like them. And like I've experienced stuff where like I've told people like, oh, my mom's black. And I've had like this one girl once in like second grade say like, ew. Like, excuse me. So yeah, I've definitely struggled in the past with, you know, being half black and being around like all white people. I mean, as I got older, it changed a lot. However, like, even though I was like proud to be half black, I still struggled with things like my hair. Like many, you know, women with curly hair, especially women of color with curly hair, struggle with. Like, I would at some point like always straighten my hair because that's what I felt was acceptable. Like, if I ever went to school with my hair like kinky, curly, and like big and wild, I just felt so uncomfortable at some point. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with this color right here. But yeah, that became a big thing for me, especially like my early years of high school, because like I started liking boys and stuff, I guess. And you know, since I was around all these like white boys, I thought, oh, they're not gonna like me and my curly hair. They probably want a white girl with like long, silky, straight hair. So like I used to like straighten my hair at some point, like all the time. To the point where I just completely like damaged my hair, and I had to cut so much of it off when I was like 16, and I cried for days upon days. And then like eventually I just learned how to do my curly hair, and I started to like accept myself more. And then I learned like a lot of the guys actually liked my curly hair more than when it was straight. So like I don't want like acceptance from guys to determine how I feel. But it was just like funny to me how like what I thought about myself, others did not see. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with the Fenty Fly Liner to line my eyelids. And I'm probably not gonna talk as I do this because this liner I always have problems with, like it gets real watery, so I have to be really gentle. Okay, so I just want to put my lashes on off camera. I don't have any like black owned brand lashes at all. I don't really know too many other than Oma, but like they have like crazy like carnival looking lashes. I'm just trying to go for an everyday look. But yeah, these are the Ardell Naturals. And now I'm going to move on to foundation. Now I have the Almost Say What foundation, and then I have the Juvia's Place I Am Magic foundation. I really like this one, but this is more like my summer color, and I'm not in my summer color yet, so I'm just gonna go with the Juvia's for today. Okay, yeah, so back to what I was saying. Like I didn't like my hair. I thought white boys weren't gonna like my curly hair. And like some actually did say they liked my straight hair better than my curly hair, so that made me insecure, but it was only like a really small percentage of guys I've heard that from. Like most of them told me how much they loved my curls at some point. But like I feel like society makes you feel like curly hair is like unkept and not professional. And like I feel like that's how I kind of felt. Like I felt like my hair was too wild, and like I'm getting really tired of like that perception of curly hair. Like I have a friend who's Dominican and she has curly hair like me, and she said she got a job. She went for the interview and her hair was straight, and a few weeks later she came in one day with her curly hair, and her like manager told her it was unprofessional and she needed to straighten it, and her hair was not like that when she came for the interview. So like stuff like that makes my blood boil, and I just feel like it's like racist against people of color. Like we just look wild. Our hair's just wild and crazy looking. Like we're just fucking like wild animals or something. Like no. It's hard for me to do my makeup and talk at the same time. But next I'm going back in with my concealer under my eyes. So yeah, when I was in school, I got into arguments a lot because no one really realized I was half black. Everyone just assumed because of how I looked that I was like Hispanic. So like, I used to get into arguments a lot with the guys in like my class because they would make like jokes about like black people and I would get upset. And I'd start arguing with them and then they'd like act like, why do I care? And I had to explain to them like, no, I'm half black. You can't be saying that around me. Don't you dare. Or people would act like I'm only half black, so I shouldn't care. Like, no, yes, I do care. That's a part of who I am. Those are my people. You're not gonna disrespect them in front of me like that. And it got to a point where I was just so tired of arguing that like if it wasn't like directed towards me directly, I just like didn't really say much. Like I would get pissed off, but I just wouldn't say much because I was just so tired of fighting and trying to explain to people like it's wrong. And I'm like, I really hate how people act like racism is not like a thing today when it really is. Like we still have KKK members and white supremacists and all that, and white people thinking that the white race is still the superior race. Okay, so I went ahead and set under my eyes with the Fenty Pro Filter setting powder and butter. I'm just gonna dust that off. So yeah, I've struggled where in school or when we were like children, me and my brother, we would hang out with our friends, and then we had some other like neighborhood kids that we were like kind of like rivals with. And like my brother is probably like 5 shades darker than me. Like I'm fair skin as hell, but my brother is a lot darker. And like we've had these kids like call him the color of shit and all this stuff. And then like when I got to high school and boys started liking me and stuff also, like I had some say like, oh, you're half black, I can't date you, my parents don't like black people. Or, oh, my parents don't like black people, but you're only half, so it's okay. As if that would make me feel special or something. And meanwhile, these guys are not guys I would touch with like a 10-foot pole. So it really didn't matter, so, but like still today, I struggle where like I'll date a guy and like maybe like their family is racist, and I don't find out until like later. And like, I mean, I usually date white guys because like that's what I'm around. Like I'm not around a lot of like black guys. Like I've met and talked to black guys, but I never really got to that point where I've like actually like dated a black guy before. I've dated guys who were like Hispanic, but I've never dated like a black guy. And it's not because I don't want to, it's just like that's just how it works out. But yeah, like it's such a struggle, I feel, being biracial and like getting into like relationships with like men who are white and like don't understand like where I'm coming from like culturally and like what I struggle with. Like my own like white family doesn't even like seem to like understand like what I have to struggle with every single day. Oh, by the way, I'm bronzing my face with the Fenty Sun Stalker bronzer in Island Ting. But yeah, I don't know, as like a mixed person, trying to go through life and have people understand your struggles as a person of color is rough. Because a lot of times I get like people act like I don't count as black, so it shouldn't concern me, but like it does concern me. Like I am half black and I am half white. never in my life have like people mistaken me for only white. Like, oh, you don't look black. What is a black person supposed to look like? There's people in every culture of like every shade. Oh, it just makes me so mad. And like, okay, like I'm not dark skinned or anything like that. I get it. But like, I'm not white either. I don't look white. Never in my life has someone said, mistaken me for, oh, I thought you were just white. No. Usually I get, oh, I thought you were Hispanic. Okay, now I'm going in with the Fenty Cheeks Out cream blush in the color Cool Berry. I do have a lot of Fenty stuff, I must say. Yeah, I'm so tired of people thinking because I'm only half black that I should not have an opinion when it comes to the matter of black people and Black Lives Matter and whatnot. And like I must say, I usually just get this, I get this from white people. Like I've never experienced racism from black people. I know other there are other biracial people out there who have experienced racism from black people. I've experienced it more from white people, and then there's other biracial people who just don't feel it at all. But everyone's experience is different. So I can't speak for those people. Okay, so I'm going to go back under my eye with this color here. Just line my lower lash line. Alright, and now I'm going to go in on the inner corner of my eyes with this shimmer shade right here and just highlight it. So I'm going to highlight my brow bone a little bit. So I don't have any lip liners either from like a black owned brand, but I have this NYX Suede matte lip liner in the color Los Angeles. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use this, what do they call these? This a Badass lipstick by Oma Beauty in the color Maya. Yes, that is the actual name. And then I'm gonna go on top with this Pat McGrath lip gloss. This is her Opalist gloss in the color Bronze Seductress. I really like Pat McGrath lip gloss. I want to try her other products, but she's just like so expensive. Like I really dying to like try her foundation concealers, but I can't afford that right now. Alright, next I'm going to set my face. I was going to use this Beauty Bakery Sweet Grace setting spray, but there was something wrong with the nozzle, and I just got this. So I'm just going to go in with my Fenty Baby What It Do setting spray and just set my entire face. Okay. And then I'm going to coat my natural lashes with this Fenty Full Frontal Mascara. Not sure if I should go on the lower line. Let's see. I get so afraid to put mascara on my lower lashes because allergy season. And for some reason it always like smudges anyways, no matter what. Especially now because it's hot outside and I don't want to sweat and feel smudged. Okay, so I just realized I set my entire face and forgot to do my highlighting. So we're going to go ahead and use this Juvia's Place The Nubian highlighter in Nefertiti. I love this highlighter. It's so strong. It's like a loose highlighter. So I have to be really careful with it because it is powerful. Just know. Ooh, girl. Strong, beaming. Too much on the nose. Alright, and now we're going to go ahead and set my face again. Just to keep that highlight on. Okay, so this is a finished look. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe so you can see more. Bye!